Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the channel. I'm John. This is Act 3, the Defect Slay the Spire 2 beta branch. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, in our last episode, we did Act 1 and 2, and we were really fortunate. Okay, RNG was in our favor. Okay, it wasn't because we didn't get Adaptive Strike. However, it was really good because we got two Tesla coils. Two Tesla coils. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a big deal. And you guys know it if you've played the game. That's a big deal, especially if you're going for a lightning, I guess you can call it a lightning run, right? We are the defect. We're doing a lightning run. We're trying to get maximum amount of orb slots and do the maximum amount of damage that we can. So that's what we're trying to do. And here we go. We're in Act 3. You guys remember what happened when we visited the Ancient in Act 3? Here we go. We're going to resume, and here we go. All right. The branch that we decided to take at the end of the last episode was the one with the most bonfires. Because basically, what we want to do is we want to upgrade those fucking Tesla coils. And the only place that we can upgrade the Tesla coils is at a bonfire. So here, boom, bonfire. And if we're not strong enough, say we lose a lot of hit points because we have to go through all these mobs, there's one right here. So we fill to health to full, hit this. This is just gives us a relic. Hit this thing, upgrade one Tesla coil. Ideally, Tesla coil, Tesla coil. Ideally. Okay. That's the route we're going to take. Incidentally, the downside to this is we're never going to get to a merchant. And we have 21 cards, which means we have too many. If we were to go this route, we would hit this one, bonfire, and then boom, boom, and then up here to this merchant. The problem with all of this is these fucking elites are just gumming up the works. And I don't want to fight any fucking elites at the moment. None. Because they can just decimate your hit points. They can't. So we're not going to do the boss. This is a short run. So we're not going to do that. However, if we were to go boom, 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 we hit this bonfire, we hit this bonfire, then we go here, up here, we have another bonfire. We don't ever get to a merchant. I'm not so sad about that because I don't believe that we're ever going to be able to buy Adaptive Strike. I think if we get fortunate enough so that one of the mobs presents it to us as a card reward, that's good. Here we go. Dramatic Strike. If you guys remember, we got that. We have no debuffs. No way to debuff anything unless we get a pot to do it. And we have no pots. Okay. So we did that. What else are we going to do? He's going to buff himself. I don't really care. We're going to lightning rod because we really need to start filling up these orb slots. Okay. And then he's not going to do any damage. We'll do 12 damage to him with the strike. Hologram in, another lightning rod. Do it again. End the turn. Now we have 4. The lightning rod counter was at 4. So it's going to constantly fill these things in with lightning. That's so good. All right. We have a weak Tesla coil. And lightning rod, hologram, defense, hologram. Okay. I was looking at that because we have a hologram, which means we can look in our discard pile and pull something out. 12 damage, not so bad. We're going to block for 8. Tesla coil. Doesn't really do much. Well, hologram, because we can, and the hologram is not the exhaust variety. It just goes to our discard pile. So why not use it? Especially because we have 3 energy left. So we'll bring in another lightning rod. I mean, why not? Just pack it up, man. And we won't take any more actually, that's probably enough, right? Now we're at 13 and 12. Let's bring in a Tesla coil and just do a little more damage. That's good. Let's dual cast 2. That's good. Because they're going to constantly get filled again from all the times that we cast the lightning rods. Okay. 21 damage we have to account for. Charge battery, that gets us 10. Lightning rod again, that only gives us 4. That's okay. That's okay. We need 7 more. Where are we going to get the 7 from? We can't get the 7 from anywhere. Ball lightning will add another 1 here. Tesla coil will do a little more damage. Strike. And we'll take a bit of damage, 7. Not that bad. Not that bad. We'll zap him because we can. Zap is great because it costs 0. I would capacitor, but we don't need to do that. However, we're going to have enough energy to capacitor. In fact, we're going to take a shit ton of damage here because we don't have a hologram at this point. We can't hologram in any more block. This defend is 8. So right now we're going to take 22 damage, which is insane, which is not good. This is not the way I wanted things to go. But okay, so I redid that fight. I know it's a naughty thing to do, but we're in the 3rd act, and I attacked using a strike, just 1, because I noticed something. All I did was, instead of using a block, I used an attack. That's it. A strike. So now we're going to zap again, and he's dead. And instead of taking that damage that we would have taken, that was enough to kill him. So how do you know that? Well, you don't. You don't. You don't know that you should do a block rather than an attack, or vice versa, necessarily. And that kind of a fight right there, at this juncture of the game, it's critical that we get to a bonfire with taking as little damage as possible. And so we will use the save scumming technique in order to get there. We don't want any of these. By the way, just so that you know, now we can see what Leap Plus does. An upgraded Leap does 12 block. If we look at our hand, if we were able to get rid of anything, which we can't because we don't have the merchants to do it, we would probably take that. But we don't have that. So we're not going to take fucking anything. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. What I hope happens with this game, I've played it a lot. So really in my mind, what I'm doing is thinking, what could they do to make this more fun? I understand it's beta and it's early access, and it's the beta of early access. Okay, so it's even more rough, right? But this climb, too short. I want to see a massive fucking climb. A massive fucking climb where there's like, I don't know, 15 question marks, 10 merchants. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see an epic one. What I want is multiple branches in this game. I want you to be able to go through the main branch, which is 3 acts in order to win, and then get some things that allow you to pacify the timeline, get those things, get your trophies, little trophy things, whatever, reveal cards, get those things. But then I also want, and I want it to mean something. I want really long runs. Like there's 2 really long or 3 really long runs. And if you can get through that gauntlet, more cards are revealed, more things, more relics are available, blah blah blah. Yes, part of the whole game, the whole, like, I don't know what it's called, the whole story that they're trying to do, right? Like, you go through the timeline, and you guys know the timeline. The timeline, you have these areas where you hit these little things. They're sort of like miniature trophies, and you have to kill 15 elites. Okay, you have to defeat Act 1 with, you know, this character that I am on, and then it's like, okay, well, these cards are added to the possibilities that you can get, blah blah blah, and there should be one for the long run, right? That's what I want. That's what I want. Okay, this is a hit point dummy. He doesn't do any damage, but if we can kill him, we get free card upgrades. Free card upgrades. I'm thinking Tesla coil. I don't know about you guys. Okay, so we only have 3 turns. It's not like we have more. So we're gonna do what we can here. We can't do much. We're still at 118. That's really not good. Defragment helps a lot. Strike. Strike, strike. Tesla coil. Do we want to Tesla coil one in? No, we're going to strike. Got to 97. He only has 1 more turn. No, we're not going to be able to do it. This build doesn't let us do that. It doesn't let us do what I wanted to do, and that's unfortunate. We got him to 40, but we won't be able to do anything. We got him to 20, but that's the end. That's as far as we can go. It'll do 10 more damage. Even if we were to do something different, I don't believe it would have turned out any different. We can try. We can try, because I would really like to do that upgrade. Let's see. Tesla coil for a little bit, and I don't think we can get there, man. I really don't. Strike, strike. Well, oh, we can't hologram in for a Tesla coil. And that's pretty much the difference, I think. Yeah. We can hologram in a Tesla coil now, but we did that last time. We're gonna need we would need to be able to bring in the Tesla. Well, I don't know that this is gonna do any more damage. I really don't. I don't think it's gonna do any more damage. So lightning, strike, Tesla coil, end turn. And then we'll hologram in the Tesla coil. And then, well, you see, we want to do it a little differently, because that defragment helps a lot. So we want to hologram in. We want to hologram in the guy after we defragment. So we'll lightning rod, we'll strike, we'll Tesla coil. Okay, as much as we can do there. And then we'll hologram in the Tesla coil again. We'll defragment. We'll Tesla coil. It's just like, I don't. We're even farther away now than we were before. If we bar, I don't think we're going to get there. And we're going to Tesla coil again. No, it's the same. It's the same. It's actually a little worse. We'll do another 10 damage, and he'll be at 12. So we won't be able to kill him. That sucks. Yeah, we weren't able to do that. We just couldn't do enough damage in 3 turns in order to do that. And it's unfortunate. It is because we could have potentially gotten an upgrade for free right there. It's you know, you have to think about that stuff when you go into it. Like, what do I want to do with that particular event? Do I need to upgrade anything? Do I care? Blah blah blah. So it didn't work out, but that's okay. So this is an extraordinarily dangerous enemy. These will reduce my max hit points. So obviously, I will cast dramatic entrance. That's what you do. However, now he's going to do 10 damage and 14 damage, which is 24 damage. That's really bad, especially since I have no block at all. So we're going to be taking damage and losing max hit points. The key here is, you see this 5x2? That means he's going to do 5 damage twice. If he hits me 2 times, it takes my max hit points away 2 times. So he needs to die. The other guy who does 14 damage, fine. He's going to do 14 damage. The ideal thing is if we can figure out a way to kill all of them. So we'll start with that. And I believe this will, yeah, that will kill that guy. 9 won't, but 12 will. Okay, so now we have 14 and we have 3 more left. He has 23 hit points. We do 6 damage here. So that makes it 17. We have to figure out how to do 17 damage. We can do it. Bring that strike back. There's 12. There's another 9. Now, if one of these hits that guy, we're good. Just one of them needs to, and it's random. It did. And so we're good. We're good. Jesus, criminally. Okay. He's going to do 14 damage. We'll charge battery. We'll defend. Playing it safe. Strike this guy. Oh, we have another one. Okay, he's dead. You didn't realize I had 4? Skip the card rewards, because who cares? This guy is a menace. He should be an elite. He's going to summon 4 dudes, I think. 4 dudes. 4 dudes. Okay. Lightning, charge, capacitor, strike, dramatic entrance. We just cast all the fucking cards. He's going to summon 2, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this is like a problem, right? 11 damage from him, 18 damage from him. He's shielding this guy. Yeah, there's a lot happening here, man. All right, what do we have in our graveyard? That's a magic term. What do we have in our discard pile? Charge battery plus. I like charge battery plus. Let's think about this for a second. Our Tesla coil will help us here. We may want to use a Tesla coil on things that we would not normally want to. Like, we got rid of that guy. We don't have to worry about him anymore, but he's still doing 18 damage to us. So we still have 4. So if we bring in a charged battery, we are now okay. We did the strike on the main dude, but he's going to summon more, and that's fine. Now we have to figure out how to do 16 damage or 19 damage to that guy. And we could probably do it. Yeah, we can definitely do it. We're going to turn that on. We'll Tesla coil that guy. We'll lightning rod and hit him. Now we have 9, so we do take some damage. I don't like that. I really don't. But we didn't have any way of blocking at all other than what we did. So we do take that damage. He's going to summon more, but not before we defragment, which is a really good thing. So 11 damage. Defend plus will be fine for us. However, I really want to dual cast to see where that goes. Oh, that's so good. So this dude died when we dual casted, which is really good. And he takes 25 damage. And another 5. Don't know where that 5's coming from. I think I have a, oh yeah, I do. We have Mr. Struggles. This is the 5th turn. Okay, so he deals 5 damage to everybody. All right, so now we need to think about what we're going to do with these fuckers. We need to kill the top dude. Okay, he's dead. That was funny. All right, we need to defend up to 18 damage. And all we have is a ball lightning in the graveyard. If we were to hologram, we can hologram 3 times. We can hologram the hologram, but this is 8. So this is ideal. So we'll do that. That's 13. And he's going to do 18. So we'll hologram back in the defend, and then we'll defend. So now we don't take any damage. And our orbs are going to go off. Okay. This guy's going to do 16 damage, but he's going to do 18 damage. This is like a fun fight, man. It is. This is a fun fight. We have 4 energy. We don't really have much in the way of offense here. So we'll cast a lightning rod and we'll strike that guy. We'll do a charge battery and a defend. This doesn't stop anything, but if 2 of the 5 lightning pod things hit that guy, we're good. And it does. It's all random. I don't know. Maybe all 5 hit the 1. Okay, so we win. We got through there with only losing a little bit, maybe none. Maybe none. Okay, we're not taking any of that. All right, so where did we plan on going? Did we plan on going to a merchant? We did not. So let's make this, oh wait. Oh fuck. I don't like the trial. I don't like the trial event at all. The trial event forces us to get a curse card. And in this case, it's doubt. Better doubt than debt, but still, it's not good. Okay, so we can add doubt to our deck and gain 2 card rewards. Doubt at the end of your turn, we gain 1 week if it's in our hand. Obviously, we get rid of it if we ever get to a that's the problem, right? There are no fucking ways, unless this is going to be a closet merchant, or this one's a closet merchant, we're totally fucked. So we're gonna do the transform 2 cards just to see what those things are. We won't do that. We'll do these 2 defends. I doubt it's anything good. It's not. So we're not going to do that. But the point is that in order to get rid of this debt thing or doubt thing, we need to get to a merchant. And there are no more merchants. There are no merchants on this path. 2 card rewards. Yeah, we get doubt. Lightning Rod or Beam Cell or Tempest? Nope. Beam Cell, go for the or Leap? No. So basically, we get a doubt card for nothing. So I am not a fan of this at all. This is forcing us to do something that it shouldn't be there. It's hard enough to beat these fucking bosses because the defense and the offense of the boss ratchets up so fast in this compared to Slay the Spire 1, which is more aligned and more like in tune with the cards that you actually have and your threat, that it makes it very difficult to beat the end bosses sometimes when you don't have the perfect draw from RNG. And to top it off, if you have a good deck and something like this happens, you're totally fucked. You're totally fucked. Totally fucked. All right, so we're going to look at our we have 2 bonfires and we are going to upgrade Tesla coil. We are going to upgrade Tesla coil. There's no question we're upgrading Tesla coil. By the way, we're upgrading Tesla coil if you guys don't know. You guys know? We're upgrading Tesla coil. We got something that this pitchfork thing, tuning fork, 10 skills, we gain 7 block. I mean, come on, revise that. In fact, take it out altogether. 10 skills and you're going to give me 7 block. By the time that happens, we're either dead or the enemy's dead. That's stupid. It's stupid. By the way, do we have another bonfire? We have to go through these 2 fights and potentially one here and one here, even though I'm really, really, really hoping that there is a merchant in one of these. Although I don't know. I don't know. We're doing Tesla coil because we have to. And we're gonna roll the dice. We're gonna lose 60 points and gain 60 gold. Hoping this is a merchant. Yes. That is insane. Did they plan that? Probably. We're going to get rid of doubt. So good. The only thing that would be better is if adaptive strike was here. It's not. But if adaptive strike was here, oh my God, it would be the most ultimate thing ever. All right, beatdown is here though, which is play 3 random attacks from your discard pile. Nope. All right, so this is fun. So this is a really neat thing. So we can save scum this. This thing gives us 5 card rewards. If we do it, we can see what those are. Boot sequence. Oh my God, boot sequence. I had completely forgot about boot sequence. It's a 0 cost card that does 13 block and we get it innately, which means we start out with it. It has exhaust though. All right, there's nothing here that we would use. By the way, we have 21 cards, so it has to be really good for us to want to use this. Boost away, overclock, fight through. No, no. So we save and quick and load because honestly, we're gearing up for the last boss of the run. And I have no qualms in doing what I just did. Let's get rid of doubt again. Okay. So here is the deal. Let's look at our map. We have 1 mob, 2 mobs, a rest spot, which we're going to use to hopefully heal to full before we fight this boss. So really, really the ideal thing would have been if one of these relics was like max hit points up type thing. Like raise max hit points up 10. But we didn't get that. So We need to figure out what we're going to do. Buffer, we're not going to do. We're not going to do compile, driver, fusion, gunk up, fight through, discovery, beatdown. We're not doing any of those. We'll buy these pots. I guess we have so much fucking gold. We're gonna redo that. No, we're not. Are we gonna redo that? No, we're not gonna redo that. We have to fight 2 mobs. We're full. And it looks like Eric's playing the room 3. What's that? Anyway, the key is that we probably will take this petrified toad, meaning we have these 2 fights ahead of us. I anticipate using our pots, or some of them, in the next 2 fights. What that does is it gives us a 15 hit point bomb that we can use on the enemy every time we go into a combat. So if we use these pots that we have currently, that thing will fill in our empty slot with one of those. I don't know if it's going to work out, but fuck it. We're almost at the end. This sucks. This guy sucks. There's 3 of them. In fact, if you guys watched the last episode with the Doom run, he was cake. No, I don't know. No, I don't know. All right, so Tesla coils. We have Tesla coil, which is great. We're going to dramatic entrance. We're going to defend, which is going to give us 8. We're going to take 4 damage, which is not good. Well, Tesla coil, which does it 2 times, so good. And then we won't dual cast. We're just going to probably eat it at this point. I don't want to use the attack. What's hologram going to get us? A Tesla coil back? It is. 18 damage, huh? All right. We can get a defend, which will give us 8 block. The hologram will do 3. We'll have 9, so we'll have half. Capacitor, easy, strike. Hologram in, Tesla coil. And we're going to take damage. That sucks. Hold on. All right, let's just do that again. Let's just pretend that didn't happen and do that all again. All right, well, capacitor, we'll hologram in a ball lightning to light it up a bit more superficial or super whatever. We'll guard, we'll strike. This does 6 damage. We're going to take 18. We're going to use this to make it 2, and then he'll die before he gets to go. Okay, so there's 3 of these. I know. I know. I know. I know. And they always cast this fucking weak shit on us, or frail shit, and it wrecks our, like, I don't see another way of doing this without Tesla coil. We're gonna do that, and we will take 2 damage, which isn't a big deal, but wait, what just happened? All right, I have to do it again. I double click. Okay, So we'll kill this first dude right now, and then we'll deal with the next one here. The interesting thing is we're not getting those lightning rods, which is really what we need in order to do anything. So 15 damage, we're gonna focus on that. So that's 13. So we really won't be taking much damage here. However, if we can test the coil, that might help. So let's do that. Let's test the coil. And then we'll strike him. He won't be able to do any damage to us, which is good. Oh gosh, defragment, great. And lightning rod, great. And zap, great. And test the coil plus, great. And strike, great. And he's dead. God bless it. And here's the third one. I mean, the gall, right? The gall. All right, let's start with a dual cast. Got him to 40. What is our Tesla thing going to do? Get him to 7. It's so good. We're going to test a coil again. I mean, why not? It's so good. It's so good. Tesla coil is so good. We're going to dump this for dexterity potion. Oh, lightning rod plus. How many do we have? We are actually going to take that. We are going to take lightning rod plus. All right, this guy is not an asshole, but he has a lot of fucking hit points. He is just going to like gunk up our whole deck with a bunch of fucking cards, that slime cards that we don't want. That's what he's gonna do. And I don't like it, but that's the way it is. All right, so we did a lightning rod, and then we have to try to do some damage to him, and I don't have anything that does damage. So we can do another lightning rod, I guess. We'll hold on to that critical. There's all the slimes. This is going to do 16 damage. Okay. So here we go. So 16 damage is kind of a lot. If we defend, we get 8. So he's going to do an additional 8. So if we use this 2 dexterity thing, we get 10. That's as good as we can do. And attack with that, and Tesla coil his ass for that. So good. Tesla coil. Tesla coil plus is a game changer. It just is. I mean, this guy has 300 fucking hit points, for God's sakes. End turn. By the way, the using a pot that gives you strength or anything like that doesn't affect what your orbs do. If you were wondering, I don't know if you were, but if you were. All right, so we won't dual cast yet because that affects the Tesla coil. We'll lightning rod, strike, Tesla coil. Meaning, if I dual cast, one of those orbs will be there for me to Tesla coil. So we want to wait for that. And now we can do that. And we can defend for no reason. Okay. So he's going to cast weak, and we don't like cast things that cost like, that attack, so it doesn't matter. Not really. We're not banking on our damage, in other words. 33 damage is a lot of damage. This gives us 9. And if I hologram, what can I do? I can hologram the same thing in. I can't. We can't kill this guy. In other words, there's no way that we're going to be able to kill him. So we're going to want to do this like correctly. So if we 9 here and then we hologram for another, let's charge battery. 28. That's pretty good, but we're down a lot. And if you guys notice, we're right before the end boss. So we really don't want to lose any hit points. I would cast Ball Lightning right here, but we can't lose any hit points. So we'll defend. We just can't. All right, so he's got 42. So really, if Tesla Coil was over here, we would summon it to win. And it's not over here though, because we ran out of cards and now they're over there. That's not a good thing. So we'll take the slime and we'll throw it away. And there's another one. Great. Basically, these hologram and the defend don't matter. Actually, it does matter. We'll strike and hologram in the strike. Or should we take the slime? We'll take the slime out and lightning rod. Okay. That's perfectly fine. We'll do 15 damage. Perfectly fine. Perfect. He's got 6 hit points. And the lightning things tick over at the beginning of my turn and does 10 damage, kills them. Nice. Add a card to my deck. Charge battery. What do we do? We love charge battery. Especially, I would not even consider it if it wasn't a charge battery plus. And it is. So we're doing it. All right, so here we go. We really want to get as close as possible to 82. And that's all we get is we're not there. We're not there. We're 11 away. All right. This is going to be tough. Especially since this guy has 512 hit points. Yeah. This is not logical. The odds that we will win are slim to none. Let's see. Okay, so you see this petrified toad, which is what we bought. This is what we got out of it. A potion-shaped rock that does 15 damage. So we'll throw it at him. Okay, so now it's not 512, it's 496. Okay. Let's see what attack potion we can get. Is there anything that says insta-kill boss? No. But Adaptive Strike is here. Adaptive Strike may win this for us. Every time you cast Adaptive Strike, it creates a 0-cost copy of the card and puts it on a discard pile. Oh yeah, so you can hologram that bitch in. Yes, you can hologram that bitch in. So we are going to cast a little bit of Flex Potion to make our hit a little bit harder. Adaptive Strike. Now, I have no doubt that we're going to fucking lose this fight. But we're going to go down trying. Got the Adaptive Strike 0-cost copy. Hit him again. Dramatic effect. Hit him again. Instead of 11, it does 16. He's down to 428. He's still going to do 26 damage to us. Charge battery. Defend. Oh, we got the fucking Wither card. It takes, if it's in my hand, we take 3 damage. There's nothing else for us to do in this turn. If we dual cast, we lose this, and we're not gonna. That isn't a big deal. We haven't actually established our hand yet. So we're gonna take 3 damage, and then another 3 from this fucking stupid ass Wither card. which, by the way, is going to become a problem. I think they need to tune that a little bit. The Wither card, what will happen is it will become Wither +1 and Wither +2. And when it does, it will be doing 6 damage, 9 damage, 12 damage. Yeah, dumb, right? Ball Lightning gets us another one of these, which is what we want. This will also give us more. 22 damage. Incidentally, the only time I ever noticed that this artifact or relic did anything was right there. It gave us 7 block. Did I say it was a piece of shit? Because it is. But it worked right there. All right, it's going to do 22 damage to us, so we'll defend. Now we have 22. Tesla coil. We don't even get past his block. This is going to be a problem. This boss is a little overtuned. Or I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, that's a problem. All right, we'll zap. We really need to get our other coils going. Where is that thing? The capacitor is there. We really need to upgrade the capacitor. But we didn't. We have 4. Okay. Let's use this. We're going to test the coil. We're going to hologram in a Tesla coil because it does more damage than anything. And we'll strike. And the Wither doesn't do any damage right now. Okay, so Wither has been upgraded by the guy, by the boss. Unbeknownst to me, Wither's been upgraded, which is bullshit. Okay, so where's Wither? Wither now does 6 damage. I mean, come on. And he's going to be 29? Come on. What do you think I have? Like this fucking great ass deck? Are you looking at it? Are you paying attention? Do you use AI to look at the deck at all to find out, hey, maybe you're like overwhelming. I mean, who wants to go into a battle? If you're not a FromSoft company, who wants to go into a battle where you have 0 chance at all to get the boss to at least down 15 hit points? In fact, as soon as you start the boss fight, you instantly die. That's a FromSoft game, which, by the way, I love. All right, 29 damage. What the hell are we going to do? Charge battery. That's 10. Oh, look, we got a Wither 1. That's not 10. It's only 4. It's only 4. It's only 4. Okay? By the way, it's only 4. Stupid. Defend. We're screwed. There is absolutely no way we can win this. There's no way. There's no way we can win this. In my opinion, there is 0 way we can win this. Faster. Lightning rod. Defend. Strike. I do not believe that there is a way that we can win this fight. Zap. All right, he's not doing any damage to me right now, so we can actually do something. But there's nothing here for us to get. There's no Tesla coil. RNG. We love it. We love it. We want more of it. Charge battery and strike. I guess we'll strike and then and then hologram for the strike again, because there's nothing else. And then charge battery. We can't do it twice. Whatever. To be honest, we got him halfway, and that's incredible. in my opinion. In my opinion, that's incredible. We can adapt to strike for 0. We can ball lightning. We got those Wither 2 cards, man. We have no way to block anything. We're going to take all this damage. It's probably going to kill us. It does. And this is a problem, man. This is a problem. The problem of this game right now, this pre-release game or whatever they want to call it, is the boss is like here, and the people you're fighting are here. And so it's a squash fest, right? There's absolutely nothing that I can do in this boss fight in order to win. There isn't anything. It's not like, oh, hey, maybe if you redo it and do this, you'll do 2 more damage, right? There's nothing. There's nothing. There's the sheer amount of damage that we have to do to a boss that has 500 hit points, and you're playing a deck like we are. Yeah, okay. It's just, it's not only insurmountable, it's frustrating. As a gamer, it's very frustrating. However, I love this game. So the frustration level is there. However, if we play the non-beta branch, that boss could have been Door, and we would have won. If it was the Queen, we would have won. If it's this guy, actually the Queen might have been a problem. The Queen would probably have been a problem because the Queen has a debuff that is bullshit too. So I understand the need for dynamics and the kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to cast this bind on you, and you can't use the first 3 cards you draw at all, and you only get 5 cards, so you can only use 2 cards. I understand that's very dramatic, and you're like, oh fuck, what do I do? The truth is, how do you win if you don't prepare yourself before that boss? Somehow, with RNG at your like trying to stop you from getting relics or pots that allow you to draw more cards, right? It's insane. It's like everything needs to align in order for you to win. And I don't really like that. I love the game, I love the concept. The first one was way more polished and fine-tuned. But this is tough, man. It's tough because what happens is you spend an hour doing this, right? Only to come across this boss. And you're not playing a FromSoft game. You're not playing a FromSoft game. You come across this boss. You have no way of winning. No way at all. But you get here. How the fuck do you possibly get here if you can't even get halfway? Incredibly frustrating. Incredibly frustrating. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't mind the death. I've been through this a million times. We beat this guy a million times. I have, anyway. So it isn't a big deal. I'll do it off. Is this the last? Is okay. Wait. Let me look. This is the last character, I think. Have we done them all? Let's look. Act 2 with a defect. Okay, we got what more cards? Nope. By the way, this data disk, look at that. One focus. You start with that every turn. Oh, huge. 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 What's this one? Another defect one. And we get rando cards that I don't really care about. Okay. So that's the timeline. So if we were to choose, yeah, okay. So we did a run with the defect. We did a run with this dude, this dude. Did we do a silent? Did we do everything but Ironclad? Because Ironclad is so incredibly boring. I think we did. I think we did. Anyway, I don't know where we're going with this. I don't know if we're going to do another recording of a character in this or not. I don't know. I don't know because there's no end game. There's no end game yet. Okay, so you guys saw the timeline, right? So there's all these things here. These are like little like trophy type things, right? So if you were to, let's see kill 15 bosses with the silent, right? And then you get to reveal this. And when you reveal it, you get like more cards or something. Maybe more relics, whatever. Maybe nothing, right? So there's a whole bunch of these things. So here's one. 15 bosses with a defect. So I'll get that off camera. It isn't a big deal. But there are some of these that are like, well, it's early access, so we're not going to show you what this is. So what I want to know is, so every week or so, I think it's every week, they try to do it every week. If you look in Steam, you can see that they've released like a bunch of patches, a bunch of changes to the beta branch. And so ultimately, what I believe was going to happen, which is probably the way that everything happens, is they have this beta branch, which is what we're playing, and they do these changes to it, like, okay, well, um, you know, let's say adaptive strike doesn't do 20 damage, does 19. And we upgraded, it doesn't upgrade it to 26, it upgrades it to 24. Okay. The end boss doesn't do this damage, it does this damage. It doesn't have this buff, it has this buff. So they're constantly doing changes and tweaks like that. And then eventually what's going to happen is they're going to take all that information and they're going to push it into the main branch. So if you played the main branch, you'll never see any of these beta things like this boss that we just fought or a bunch of other things. But you'll get different ones that were originally meant for the thing that they believe is more stable, right? So we'll see what happens with this because ultimately what in my mind and all games is um that I think is like they want to put out a product that's going to be as stable as possible and as fun as possible. And so the things that are like overarching, for instance, the battle we just had, right? That was bad. There was no way for us to win that. There will be a way for us to win that. Okay. That's what I believe is what their goal is. And it should be. It should be. Because we got to that boss. If we got to that boss, there should be a way for us with the cards that we have to beat that boss. If there is no way for us to beat that boss, there should be no way for us to get to that boss. That's it. That's true. That's 100% true. It's 100% true in all FromSoft games. if you can get to a boss, you can beat that boss. If you suck, you're not going to beat that boss. But if you don't suck, you're going to beat that boss. And it doesn't matter about all the things that came up to it because they calculated that and they put it into their equations and their algorithms and whatever. And they said, yes, it's okay. We're going to do this to the boss and this to the boss and this to the boss. You have a chance. Do the right thing. So I have hope for this, and I will continue to play it because it's really fun. But times like this is kind of frustrating because we actually did get really good cards. We even got Adaptive Strike in the boss fight, which is a card that sort of changes the tone of the game. It's a card that's like wins or loses a whole combat. Adaptive Strike, right? It's like End of Days when you're playing a Doom deck. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please subscribe. See you soon.